first goal of the match. There's an opportunity here, and we've got our first goal of the match. Leaves it to Ramsey to make it 3-0.
No better way to kickstart the week than with some Philippine football action, and boy, do we have a treat for you. A double dose of matches, starting off with one of the most highly anticipated returns to action for a football club. Dynamic Herb Cebu Football Club, one of the spark plugs from last season, finally returning to action up against a mainstay in Philippine football in Stallion Laguna FC. Two teams that battled twice last year, including a battle for third, so both teams are somewhat familiar with one another, but man, they've been busy in the off season, and we are excited to see how they match up today. So glad you could join us over the Philippines Football League online platforms. My name is Jing Hamlang, joined today by Nate Berkey, who is also returning to action after some time away. Welcome back, buddy.
Thank you so much, James. Pleasure to be back with you here.
And an incredible matchup to return to as well. As mentioned, Stallion Laguna FC, one of the teams that you can consider as one of the biggest mainstays in Philippine club football. Very much familiar with the top flight of the sport. Going up against a team that was founded just last year, but they performed incredibly well. It was pretty impressive what they were able to do, but this time around, they have injected a Turkish
partnership.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be very interesting to see a new coach, new assistant, both from Hatay Sport, as well as 3 new players from that same club. So it's a new look Cebu that we're seeing here, Nate.
Not only for Cebu, but all of Philippine football gets to have a look at these players. Going to be interesting to see.
Now let's take a look at the standings. Cebu, as we said, have been on the bench for quite some time. Because of Typhoon Odette, there was some damage to their training facility, weren't able to prepare in time, so they will be seeing action for the first time today as we take a look at the standings. Kaya at the top with 10 points. United City, who are currently busy in Champions League football, are right behind them with 8 points. At the very bottom, you see Dynamic Herb Cebu with no points quite yet. Stallion already 2 games in the bag, but only 2 points on the board so far, as they were only able to draw their first 2 outings. So both teams really looking to pick up their first win of the season and really try to build some momentum in this group stage of the Copa Paulino Alcantara.
Correct, Jing. This is a vital match for both teams. Cebu, as we said, is making their debut, and Stallions, coming off 2 draws, definitely wants to get 3 points in this match.
There's going to be plenty of eyes here. I'm sure all the other teams on this table as well, keeping a close eye on Cebu. Really, lots of question marks as to what they're going to bring to the table today. So, here we are, just moments away from the action. Tingnan muna natin ang starting lineup ng Stallion Laguna FC. Of course, we talked about the new recruits for Cebu, but there are some new additions and exciting additions as well to the Stallion side. You got Troy Limbo there, you've got Oscar Saul Delgado, Rosa Niguera, and of course Marvin Angeles, who is quite familiar to a lot of the Philippine football fans. So it's a dynamic lineup as well for Stallion this season.
Yes, I've been watching them. They've been impressive for sure. Unfortunate to get the results in the first 2 matches, but it's still the same Stallions, feisty, aggressive. This is a big match for them.
When they first faced off last year, Abu C was the solitary goal scorer in that one. And unfortunately for them, Abu C not showing up today. We're going to take a look at the lineup of Dynamic Herb Cebu Football Club in just a little bit. We will get the graphics up there so you guys can get familiar with a lot of these new faces from the men in red. One of them on your screen already, number 3, as you can see. A lot of them young, actually, right? So the partnership with Hatay Sport is a lot of the youth players are coming over and getting exposure here at the professional level in the Philippines.
This is a unique partnership that we're seeing, Jing. I don't think we've had this type of partnership in Philippine football. Hopefully it continues to progress and works for them, as well as maybe some other clubs might look into this type of partnership with a foreign-based club. But it's a great exposure for them and for the Philippine football fans.
All right, so we're seeing here the coaches getting involved as well. Of course, the owner of Cebu. of Turkish roots. So they were busy in the off-season creating these partnerships. And as you said, a very exciting sort of new model. And if it is proven successful, you'd wonder if other teams would follow down the same route.
Yeah, you got to wonder. And like I said, this is exciting to see, as Cebu is basically a new team from last season with these Turkish imports and Turkish coach. So they're going to bring their unique style for sure.
So moments away from kickoff. When we return, we will be back with first half action between Cebu and Stallion. Don't go anywhere. Both teams on the pitch now, so you take a look at the match officials who will be taking charge today. You've got Linjun Talaver, I believe, who is going to be the man in the middle. Raymar de los Santos is the fourth official, and the assistants are Relly Balila and Aldous Mirafuentes the second. They'll be in charge of match one of our Monday doubleheader today in the Copa Paulino Alcantara. So much exciting action to look forward to today as we take a look at the starting lineup there of Cebu. Some familiar faces and a lot of new ones to get familiar with. Baristasi, the captain, alongside Matthew Nieras, who is the longtime captain of Stallion Laguna. It's incredible how much time passes so quickly. Matthew Nieras has been with his club for so long now. We've seen him grow up essentially as a member of this Stallion Laguna side.
Yeah, you love to see it, Jing. Longtime player, now the captain. That's what you want to see from veteran players, veteran clubs.
Kai Bailey, amongst those that I did not get a chance to mention earlier on, one of the new additions to the Stallion side, of course, was a former member of the ADT and is now looking to shore up the defense of Ernie Nieras. Marvin Angeles providing that stability in the middle for them. He's going to be battling alongside Daniel Gadia in the middle of midfield, which is usually kind of a bruising affair if you're going to be matched up alongside Daniel Gadia. We'll see how he deals with the physicality of his counterpart. But over the ball is one of the men we will be keeping a close eye on today. One of the forwards of Cebu, Arda Sinkir. One of the holdovers from last year is Saldivar. And this one, the goal scorer for Stallion in their opening match. And that was a quick look at Leonardo Rosa Noguera. And here we are, underway at the PFF National Training Center here in Carmona, Cavite. Our doubleheader officially started here. Stallion versus Cebu, like we said, Nate, this is somewhat of a familiar matchup between these two sides. They were both very close matches when they went head-to-head last year, but as we said, it's going to be a different encounter today. But what are your expectations in this game?
Well, we got to expect both teams to come out aggressive. Both teams looking to get 3 points. Oh, that's a great ball. Cebu making their debut in the competition, will be eager to get some type of result. So we got to expect a high-tempo, aggressive match today, Jing.
And that was a quick glimpse at the range of passing from the new center back, Ren Okuda. Ball bouncing dangerously inside the box. Could be a chance here for Cebu. Stallion now putting numbers inside the box. Missed cross. An opportunity goes begging para dito sa Cebu. Although there are a lot of foreign additions here for the Cebu side, Wako Cañas is a holdover, not playing today. And perhaps one of the local introductions is Chima Uzoka, who you pinpointed as somebody to look forward to today. Uzoka, already a veteran of the top flight of Philippine football, and he's a dynamic attacker as well. And he's going to be a factor here for Cebu.
That's correct. We're looking to see him in a more mature, responsible role now that he's been in Philippine football for several years. And we got 2 players down. It was a pretty nasty challenge, Jing. Let's have a look.
Oof. Late challenge. Leg was stuck out there. That's Nazim Ozkan welcoming himself into Philippine football. His outstretched leg was the one that made contact. He's remained down here.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Yeah, he's already calling the trainer on, and we'll hope he's okay.
He's a young man, just 20 years of age. Nazim Ozkan. It looks like he's really struggling at the moment.
This is their center back too, Jing. Oh no.
They're calling for the stretcher. It could be a very early exit here for the young man. You hate to see it.
Yeah, you never want to see something like this in the game, and let's hope he's okay. Let's hope he will be all right. Let's have a look at the replay.
Right there. Didn't look like too much, actually, right? He came in a little bit late, but he goes down.
Looks like a knee-to-knee collision, so hopefully there's no damage to him, and it's just a knock there. Nothing too serious, but they're already calling for a substitution, Jing.
So already the bench is getting busy. And looks like it might be Rafi Llorente who is getting prepared. One of the classics of Philippine club football.
Mr. Rafi was around in my Kaya days in the early 2011. One of the original Kaya players. He's a very lovely guy. Mature. He has experience, and this is his time to shine right now.
And he was involved last year quite a few times. 36 years of age, Rafi Llorente, but not only does he...
That's just unfortunate. He comes off injured and a
Wow.
yellow card.
Wow.
Welcome to Philippine football.
Hey, that's definitely one way to make a debut, huh? You got yourself a booking, and you lasted only 2 minutes. This is quite a bit of frustration already for the new coach, Mehmet Kakil.
Definitely not the way Cebu wanted to start this match, but it would be a mental adjustment for them as they look to, pick up the pieces. That's it. You got to keep it moving. You make adjustments, and you find new solutions.
I'd say this is the start that many of our viewers as well were not hoping for. They were looking to get a taste of these new Turkish recruits, and very quickly we've been robbed of that with that coming together. But here we are once more, back in action with Bailey picking things up for Stallion. Gets crowded out on the right side. Looking to switch the play.
That's a good ball.
Genko. Cebu native here for Dynamic Herb. Looking to cushion that into the path of Sinkir.
Just shows part of Chima's game. He's got a tall, long frame. You can play him a ball in the air, play him a ball into the feet, looking to lay off and get other players involved.
Not many teams employing two up front these days, but it seems as if Cebu are going to be exploring that option with Sinkir and Uzoka up top. And they're going to be a handful physically as well for the Stallion defense.
It's nice to see Marvin in a more attacking role. He's more of a defensive player typically, but now he looks like he has a bit of freedom in the attack. Let's see what he can do.
Cebu looking to control in midfield. Baristasi couldn't keep it in play.
We have a beautiful day here, Jing. It's not too hot, a little bit of an overcast and a strong wind here. So ideally both teams keep the ball on the floor, it'd be a lot easier for them.
A little bit worried during warm-up at 3 o'clock. It was scorching here in Carmona, but the temperatures have certainly settled down, and it's going to benefit the quality of play on the pitch today. It seems as if the defender for Cebu has been able to return to the pitch. Ozcan. He's been able to shake off that early knock.
That's good. You never want to make a change to the back line early, Jing.
Gonna bypass the midfield is Stallion. Sinkir. One touches it over to the right side. Genko out-muscled there by Regala.
Nice combination play here.
McDaniel. He's one-on-one with his defender looking for support.
That's good skill there, Jing.
Lifted into the box. Ooh. Unang tsansa para sa Stallion.
That was a nice sequence there from Stallion's, Jing.
Little foray into the box there. Got it out wide. Just nobody to connect in the middle. Gadia has it
Stripped
taken away. Stallion edge of the area. Looking to crowd the box now. Long range effort. Rather ambitious there from that range.
Sometimes if you're a defender and you see the goal and you have space, you're going to go and have a strike there, Jing.
Minsan lang eh. Baka hindi na maulit eh.
Pwede na.
But that one well off target from Regala. Ace Villanueva back in between the sticks for Cebu. He's got more competition now for that spot, but he's still managed to maintain his number one status. Whistle is blown against Cebu. Had a bright start, starting to scupper momentum a little bit here with Stallion getting their way back into the game. Angeles winning the whistle. A lot of contact in from behind. Nakakanibago. This is a whole new thing for us, seeing Marvin Angeles in a more attacking position.
Versatility. He's one of the most skilled players you see, Jing. So, like I said, it's going to be an interesting role for him. He's getting some good touches early. He can strike with both feet.
Rosso Noguera with a nice ball into the box. Just a little too far forward there, and Ace Villanueva able to claim that ball. His outlet a little too far, but Cebu will look to press high now.
As they should.
Conversation being had here between the fourth official and our lead official. Might have been some off-ball interactions. Nothing coming of it. See how Stallion deal with this high pressure from Cebu. Currently finding trouble getting out of their own half here. Bailey. McDaniel. Sinkir looking for Uzoka. That might have come off his arm, but it's safe, says the referee, and Baris Tasi unable to chase that one down. Aggressive shape being shown here by Cebu, and it's paying off. They're going to breach the back line there with the ball in behind. Easy for Pepito. Bailey cutting inside. Stallion looking to play themselves out of trouble, but they played themselves into trouble here. Tasi. Strong tackle from Kai Bailey. Tasi versus Bailey. It's going to be a matchup to look out for in this game. And so far, Bailey holding his own nicely.
Looking like it's going to be a battle of the midfield here, Jing. Whoever can settle down their midfield, get control of that ball, is going to have a bit more luck here in the first half. You know, these 4 p.m. games are hot. The best thing for them to do for any team is to control this first half. It's very important to control this first half in these 4 p.m. matches game, Jing.
Villanueva getting his feet tested there. Nice little outlet to the right side. Both teams determined to play out from the back. Never any lack of commitment from Gadia in the tackle. Stallion winning the battle there in midfield. Angeles taking charge.
That's a nice play there.
Navigates the space so well. But they're crowded out, and the men in red.
Oh, that's well read by Kanoa Bailey.
Bailey, long range shot. Villanueva with a stop there, but unable to prevent the corner kick.
That's a well-deserved corner for Stallions there, Jing. Well-deserved.
Jowar and Badia applying some extra pressure to make sure they're able to earn this set piece. Rosa Noguera strolling over to take this one. They can be dangerous from set pieces. Here's that shot from Bailey.
On his weaker left foot, but he still hits the frame, still makes Ace make a save there. And, you know, like I said, well-deserved corner for Stallion.
Nightmare for a defender, for a goalkeeper when it bounces in front of you like that. Oh, played short. Trying to work one from the training ground there. Hands go up for handball. Nothing given there. Looked like it went and hit the abdomen. Ernie Nieras amongst those who believed that was a questionable non-call. Bailey's going to have an opportunity here to send one into the box here. Stallion now starting to build a little bit of momentum.
Yeah, they definitely look the most dangerous among the two teams for the first 15 minutes, as we should expect, Jing. They've had 2 games under their belt.
Bailey with a nice ball. Chance there from the edge of the box. And finally, Cebu able to breathe. Villanueva. Sent that one a little too far forward.
There's this midfield battle. There's the midfield battle we're talking about right there, Jing.
15 minutes in here. Take a look at Ernie Llanes expressing his frustration earlier on. Thought there was definitely contact with the arm with Nazim Oskan. He's all smiles because it's still early in the game, but if that happened a little later on in the game, we'd see a whole different side of Coach Ordinera's. Saldivar. Tasi. Oof. Nice bit of skill there to get past Bailey. There are the
go ahead.
possession statistics with Stallion shading it 60 to 40. Perhaps a little unsurprising there, as you mentioned, Nate. Right now, neither side has really taken the game by the scruff of the neck. It's been
Good feet there.
Bailey clipped. Goes down under the tackle of John Ren Saldivar.
Bailey having a great start to this half here, Jing. Good feet, can get forward. Smart on the ball, good decision making.
Oof. Definitely contact there
And it's
on Troy Limbo. And it looks like it's going to be a yellow card here.
Cebu getting frustrated here as we saw the possession majority with Stallions. Committing a lot of fouls now. This is what top flight football is, and they've been away for a while, so it's a welcoming back for them, and we'll see if they can adjust. It's still 0-0.
And wala pa tayong kalahati dito sa ating first half, and already 2 yellow cards para sa Cebu, and both coming from their Turkish recruits. Easy ball there for Villanueva to deal with. Nice little knock on, but the support arriving a little late. That's going to go out harmlessly for a goal kick. Medyo nawala na yung rhythm ng Cebu. They started off pretty promisingly.
Tama, Jing.
Okuda. Uzoka winning that battle. And it's Tasi now. Steps on the brakes. Saldivar arrives. Ball takes a deflection. He's trying to bring that down with his right foot. Sinkir. Gadia.
Chima staying on side there. Unable to get to it though.
Pepito na-anticipate yung danger. Off his line rather quickly. Both teams testing, going long. Sakaling magulat yung backline ng kalaban.
Both teams aggressive, both teams looking to get that first goal here, Jing. As I said, it's very vital in these 4 p.m. games to dictate the first half.
There's been a lot of Cebu supporters who are tuned in at the moment, saying what's up to F. Torres and Zach Rodriguez. A lot of Tara Cebu on our comment section online. I'm sure very excited after the long wait to get back in action.
Yeah, that's what Philippine football needs, support from all over the country, and it's great to see a team from Cebu finally in the mix. As we know, it's a hotbed for football down there.
Last time the PFL went out to Cebu, thousands came out to support. In fact, set an attendance record back then. So they're craving for their football in Cebu.
Yeah.
And all over the Visayas, in fact.
I'm sure the Cebuanos are thrilled that they have a team that they can support and root for, and for the youth to aspire to play for. And, it's good for... What do we have here, Jing?
An opportunity for Stallion. It looks like it's going to be a corner kick for them.
Another corner.
Delgado was the intended target. And this will be the third corner for Stallion.
Let's keep an eye on Silva here as he is getting forward for this corner kick. He's a very dangerous player in the air.
Played short. Bailey sends it in himself. There it is. They were looking for Silva, Nate. You called it.
Stallions asking their players to stay high, press this team as they're deep in their corner for Cebu.
Difficult to keep in there for Chima Uzoka, so Stallion able to bring the numbers forward.
Another foul here, Jing. Dangerous territory for Cebu. Let's see if Stallions can take better care with this free kick and take advantage of this dangerous position. Let's have a look here.
It's the high boot there from Baristasi. Easy call for the referee, and again, you don't want to be giving away too many set pieces against a professional side like Stallion. They've gone short the last 2 times. Let's see what they decide upon here. Noguera goes low, and that's cleared away. Just about halfway through now here, Nate, of our opening period. Both sides seemingly settled into the match. What's your assessment so far?
Well, like we said, both teams came out aggressive. And as I mentioned, the midfield battle for me is going to be determined the outcome, the winner of this match. So for me at the moment, Stallions is controlling the tempo a bit. They're pressing high. They're getting corner kicks. They're getting free kicks. So I can see the match going in their favor, but we all know how things can go for Stallion, as we've seen in the first 2 matches. They were not able to hold on to victories or to get 3 points.
A little too enthusiastic there from Daniel Gadia. Nobody in front to receive that pass. And you're saying that Stallion perhaps edging it as of the moment. Ernie Nieres perhaps will be quite pleased with that. But if you are Mehmet Kakil on the sideline for Cebu, are you pleased with what you're seeing so far?
Well, it's 0-0. You can't be too upset, but I'm sure things are not going exactly the way he planned to start this match. Nice bit of skill there from Gadja. This is a little bit better. It just seems that the tempo and the rhythm is a bit off for Cebu. It's still early into the half into the match, so they have time to adjust. And it's good no goals have been given up for them, so it's still an even match, Gene. Regardless of who's dominating or who has possession, it's still an even match.
Look at it go down the left flank.
Oh, wow.
Delgado.
They need some help there. They just go right back.
Forced backwards there to Regala. Nieres assessing his options. Silva. Room to work with. Angeles dropping a little deeper.
This is good patience from Stallions. Even if they're just keeping the ball around midfield, at least they're being patient and not throwing these balls direct, losing possession.
Limbo. Love the ball for Bailey, but that's well read by Ren Okuda.
Yeah, Bailey wanted it just a bit earlier in that play. Loves getting forward, Bailey, and that's what you want from your outside backs. Confident, able to get involved in the play. Stretches out the defense of the opposition, Jim.
Bailey now. He's got 2 players
no foul
behind
there.
him. Difficult spin to deal with. Bailey now.
Turning
Ooh.
his man in circles.
Lovely bit of skill leads to the cross. Chance here for Stallion. No! Crucial piece of defending there.
Cebu looking to counter now. Chima's all alone here, Jing.
Fantastic diagonal ball. Uzoka unable
First touch
to
let him down.
take advantage there. Oof. Late whistle from the referee, but it did decide that there was an infraction on Uzoka. Let's have a look at this piece of skill from Bailey. Oof.
Good skill from him.
Parang payback ata yun kay Baris Tassia. Earlier, Baris got the better of him. Bailey getting it back there. Like to see a bit of skill from your right back.
Love it. Love it.
Angeles, quick feet to get it to Limbo. Bailey in an advanced position once again.
Nice
Silva
midfield play here.
going central. Kuda breaks it up and goes forward. Joins the attack. Here he is, the center back.
A little bit better through midfield with Cebu there. Just unfortunate to connect as they look to make that final pass, Jing. Again, Marvin.
Low ball. Ace Villanueva comes out to collect. McDaniel was lurking there in the 6-yard area. Chance here! Oof!
That's a great save from Ace there.
What an opportunity for Stallion to open the scoring.
Was a careless pass picked up in the top of the box. Forcing a difficult save for Ace with his foot. Now we have another corner for Stallions. They're going short, Jing.
Disaster momentarily averted. But here comes Bailey going left-footed.
Too much on that cross there. I think he was going for goal, back post it looked like.
Bullet dodged for Cebu. There it was, the lazy outlet. Almost made to pay.
Yeah, unfortunate to put that away. But again, great save from Ace. Great save from Ace to keep the score line at 0 for Cebu.
Scoring goals has been a bit of an issue for Stallion as of late. Only the one goal.
In 2 games.
Yep. Calmly dealt with.
That's a great win.
Headed down. Sinkier.
Silva out of position now.
Bit of hesitation there from the young striker.
Great work from Chima. Great track back from Chima.
Saldivar was going for goal there. Was denied.
Opening up here, Jing.
And that's good cover. Ooh, confident keeping from Villanueva. Getting the feet involved there.
Unable to connect though.
There you have quite the disparity in terms of attacking flair from both sides. 8 shots already for Stallion. Just a solitary one for Cebu so far.
But still 0-0 here, Jing. A little bit of late challenge, but the ref says play on.
Gadja looking to swing it the opposite direction. Saldivar gets himself in a bit of trouble. Uzoka to the rescue. A bit too strong on the return pass. And pace is picking up once more here as we reach the half-hour mark.
It's great to see both teams eager to get that first goal, Jing.
Picked away. Unable to connect there. Angeles out wide. I'm going to flick that on into the path of Bedia.
Cool and composed from Marvin Angeles.
Control growing here for Stallion. McDaniel was lurking there, acres of space, and there's a reason why. He was offside.
It's a good idea from Silva. Just McDaniel needs to slow his run down and time it a little bit better to stay on sides there, Jing.
Quite interesting, this lineup for Cebu. We talked about the new recruits, but a lot of them are youth players actually from Hatayspor. So actually this team has gotten a lot younger, Nate, but they're dealing with the pressure quite nicely here, especially this back line. A couple of 20-year-olds there, seemingly with veteran capabilities already here in their first match.
That's correct. They're very much in the game. Very, very much in the game. They just got to find the rhythm a bit more. Nice. This is a bit better from them.
Ooh!
I think we have a penalty, Jing.
There it is! An opportunity for Cebu as Chima Uzoka was bundled over inside the box. And
Just
now,
like that, Jing. You're dominating. You have 8 shots on goal, and now you give up a penalty. Let's have a look.
Bailey just
Reckless. Jumping into the back. That's a bit uncalled for and unnecessary from Bailey. He knows it. Unfortunately, they gave up a penalty here. And we have Chima, the veteran of Philippine football here, try and put this one away for them.
one more look at it, lifted dangerously right in front of goal. And Bailey, perhaps in a moment of panic, saw that Uzoka was right in front of goal, needed to try to get to the ball, but instead bundled over his marker. And now a golden opportunity for Cebu to snatch the lead against the run of play. Uzoka saved! Second opportunity into the back of the net, and Cebu are off the mark.
Not the best penalty, Jing, but he did well to stay with it, follow up, and did what he had to do to finish the play. Turn of events here, Jing. Turn of events here.
One more look at it. Great save for Pepito. Strong arm from him, but wasn't enough to deny the rebound, and Chima Uzoka has gotten Cebu's season off to a great start.
Let's see how Stallions is going to respond to this. They were dominating the first half, as we all saw.
It's a beautiful thing about football, Nate. At the end of the day, the most important statistic is the score line. And regardless of the amount of possession, number of shots, Cebu are in the lead.
I'm sure the fans all in Cebu are cheering loud and proud down there.
Stallion now needing to come from behind here for the first time this season.
These last 10 minutes are going to be vital, Jing. 10 minutes left, 1-0 down. Still time to get another goal for Stallions or Cebu. Let's see how Stallions responds and how Cebu manages this lead.
So Cebu, I believe this is their first goal in open play. So last year they were able to score from the penalty spot, and or rather from the penalty spot again this time around. So yet to score from open play, but they're getting their account started off much earlier. Last year they struggled to find the back of the net, and this year they've been handed a bit of assistance from Kai Bailey.
You can see the body language of Stallions is a bit deflated now. You know it's a huge disappointment for them, but they have to continue to play this match. 10 minutes left, like we said in the first half. Still a lot left in this game.
A lot of excited fans on our YouTube channel at the moment. Unsurprisingly, many of them from Cebu. Ooh, shots here for Stallion. Nope, didn't come off as Saldivar able to avert a disaster there with some good fortune. Chance here for Cebu. Pepito off his line and able to catch that at the edge of the area. Limbo being hounded by Saldivar, ran out of room before he could deliver the ball forward. Saying hello to Justin Miranda, Jewel Val Madrid, and Jarel Mahusay, all who are tuned in at the moment.
Shout out to all our supporters watching from all over. We appreciate you tuning in to Philippine football. We have a beautiful doubleheader for everyone. Tune in, sit back, enjoy the game.
Grabe, no? Appetizer pa lang to.
Oo.
Mamaya, meron pa tayong ADT kontra sa Maharlika. Ang pagbabalik ng Maharlika after a long wait. And of course, ADT as they prepare for the SEA Games. Very exciting stuff on the horizon. But here, action resumes in the first half of our opener. And Cebu able to navigate the danger well. Sinclair holding it up well here. Looking for support. Gets it.
Look at the confidence now in Cebu, Jing. 1-0, now they're full of confidence.
And that was a good ball as well from Sinclair. Fantastic work from the forward. Uzoka, medyo nasahod niya dun si Pepito, but you could tell from his movement there that he wasn't doing that on purpose. He was in that spot already.
Correct, Jing. He's just trying to get out the way if we have a look.
Yeah. No deliberate attempt to undercut Hayason Pepito, but unfortunately, the contact happened. Pepito able to shake it off, fortunately. Bit of high pressure being shown. They're going over the top. Looking for Delgado there. Confidence growing now on the side of Cebu. They've gotten their noses in front. Limbo. No get up. Bedia. Unable to control that, so it fell to McDaniel, who had drifted in behind a little too early.
Yeah, I did well to hold his run, but didn't get the initial pass. Came in from an offside position.
After a rough start, he's settled in quite nicely, Nazim Ozkan. Well won by Gabriel Silva.
Nice touch.
Lovely exchange there from Stallion as they look to counter. Bedia. Delgado's pass. And that's not going to be threatening. Ace Villanueva. Ball bounces dangerously. Silva again wins that one.
And now we have Cebu picking up the ball at midfield.
Uzoka back on his feet as they look to spread it out wide. Genko trying to get more involved on that far side. Going to be a throw in here, deep in Stallion territory. Looking to go long. Knocked on by Uzoka. And Stallion averting the danger. Going to be a throw in.
Chima again using his height advantage. Cebu noticing, playing to him as a target man. Just trying to find that off run, third run from his play.
Kuda sends that one into the middle. Nice little turn from Genko there. Unable to deliver the cross though.
That's well defended there.
You can see that the confidence is growing amongst this Cebu side. Getting forward a lot more here, but now they're made to defend. They got good numbers back. Silva. Oof. That's an important whistle for Stallion as Chima was looking to race away with that ball. Nice little tussle there between Gabriel Silva and Sinkir. A little too physical from in behind. Ball now into the box. Header went backwards to Villanueva. And Cebu will be happy to ride out this first half in the lead. Nice little touch on there. Regala just about able to recover. Nieras gets it back to Pepito. Cebu making it more and more difficult for Stallion to progress forward. Villanueva not taking any chances this time.
He had no other options. No one was moving for him, Jing.
Will they be made to pay for that unforced error? Bailey, left-footed cross. Unable to connect. Charles Dabo III. Linking up nicely with Genko there. And this one, Sinkir is going to be able to take control of.
Does well to keep it in.
Ball into the box! Ooh! What a chance that would have been for Tasi if he had been able to control that ball.
Yeah, I think it just caught him off guard there, Jing. Wasn't able to react quick enough and get that ball under control.
Delgado.
Does well to maintain possession.
Rosa Noguera. A little bit more composed here mula sa Stallion. Naghahanap ng suporta. Bailey progressing on the right flank. He's got Limbo behind him. Marvin Angeles now has it poked away by Daniel Gadia, who's so good at being a disruptor in the middle of the pitch. Able to transition well as well here. Bit of contact there, middle of the pitch. Gabriel Silva was airborne, took some contact. 2 minutes of added time are expected in this opening period. We did have some treatment time for two players right at the very beginning of this period. Gabriel Silva going to be okay. There is the confirmation of those 2 minutes. And thankfully, nobody needed to be withdrawn after that early collision. Silva. This time a successful entry pass into Marvin Angeles. Bailey cutting inside, taking on a bit more than he could chew there, and now it's transition on for Cebu. Poor pass over to the left side as Sinkir had acres of space to work with.
Unfortunate, Cebu able to make the most of that counterattack. They had the numbers and they had the space there, Jing.
Bit of high pressure being shown here from Cebu. Sometimes you worry about match fitness for a team that has not had any official matches under their belt, but so far it seems as if the gas tank is still quite full here for Cebu.
Yeah, they're doing well to hold on to this lead here, Jing. It's important to go into the half without giving up or conceding a goal. Last minute or so here, let's see if they can hold on to it.
It could be the last attack para dito sa Stallion. And that perhaps unnecessary contact mula sa Cebu. They're lucky, no whistle. No set piece to deal with at the end of this period. Forced backwards to Nieras. Gotta be last play now here for Stallion. And that's sloppy from them. Given away. And that could do it here for our opening period. Stallion Laguna. Frustration from them. They started off so nicely, but they gave away a penalty, which means Dynamic Herbs Cebu enter the break with that all-important one-goal lead, Nate. What a great first half we saw here.
Very entertaining. We had a turn of events as we saw Stallions dominate the first 20-30 minutes. And Cebu, maybe a bit of good fortune there. Well-deserved in my opinion, though. Converted on the penalty, and now we have a 1-0 win lead for Dynamic Herb Cebu.
Not quite yet a win, but definitely got their noses in front here earlier on. Dynamic Herb Cebu. Going to be interesting how they deal with the threat of Stallion in the second half, and how will Stallion re-emerge from this halftime break. All of these questions we will answer in just a little bit, but first let's take a look at some of the highlights from that opening period.
Daly got involved early, getting crosses on, getting shots off. They were up, they were attacking very well, Jing.
Kai certainly a figure that was heavily involved in this opening period. Some good, some not so good for him, but he was definitely an early threat. And this one, ngayon mapapaisip ka, Nate, how much were they made to rue this golden opportunity? They missed this, and shortly after, Cebu took the lead. How different would this game be if they were able to bury this one?
You see it all the time in football, Jing. You miss an opportunity on one end, and on the next end there's a goal. So here we are. It just goes to show you got to put your chances away. No question this is a penalty. Bailey leaves his feet, a bit unnecessary, jumping into his back. And a bit clumsy.
See, he had two markers there. A difficult position for Bailey to be in, but there, great save from Pepito. But just a nightmare there for the goalkeeper. When you get your hand to it, you think you've already won the battle, but on the rebound, Chimo Zoka, eyes on the prize, able to tuck that away.
Credit to him, he has been a difficult half for him, as we saw. Just a lot of balls played to him direct, and he's just heading balls off, laying balls off. He worked extremely hard for this penalty, Jing. We saw it. He worked back on defense, did well to try and connect. It's a well-deserved penalty for him.
Karamihan ng mga tao, they were looking forward to the Turkish recruits for Cebu, as well as Reno Kuda, the Japanese center back. But you had your eye on Chimo Uzoka, and he's made his name in this first half. Is the most important name right now, as it's his that is on the score sheet right now as we enter the half. Stallion Laguna 0, Dynamic Herb Cebu 1. We'll be right back. Welcome back to your Copa Paulino Alcantara action here from the PFF National Training Center. It's 0-1 at the moment. Stallion behind against Dynamic Herb Cebu FC, who are making their debut in 2022, and they're doing it in style right now after the opening period. They are in front courtesy of Chima Uzoka, who had his penalty saved but was able to rebound in time to put it in the back of the net, and that's where we stand as of the moment. Nate, what an incredible scoreline we have right now.
Correct, Jing. It's a turn of events. Let's have a look at these halftime stats. First possession, 43 for Dynamic Herb Cebu and 57 for Stallion.
And we had a moment in that first half where there were 8 shots for Stallion, just the one for Dynamic Herb, but that came before the goal itself. And we were talking about how Stallion, when you look at the statistics, were very much on top in that game. And when you watched it, they had more of the possession.
Correct.
They looked like they were getting into more dangerous territories, but they just weren't able to convert, Nate.
Yeah, we see here we have 3 corner kicks for Stallions.
The two yellow cards, of course, for
2 yellow cards, and Cebu gave up 6 fouls in some dangerous areas here, but unable to convert on any of them for Stallion.
Exactly. And when we talked about Dynamic Herb, we were keeping a close eye on Sinkir up front, Chima Uzoka as well. They were very much involved for Dynamic Herb. On the other side, however, you were mentioning, Nate, while we were during the break, how perhaps Stallion were struggling a little bit to find solutions in the final third.
Correct. Well, we're seeing up front, we have Finn McDaniel and Marvin Andrews. I don't think they're traditional strikers. So for me, they're doing well getting past midfield, getting into the attacking third, but getting into that final stage, they're lacking that creativity, whether it's a pass or a run or a check back to the ball. They're just kind of running out of solutions. Actually, the only shot on target we saw came from a mishap from the goalkeeper Ace.
Ugur Tasi on your screen, the man who is behind this Dynamic Herb Cebu side, extremely ambitious owner, and is looking to bring Cebu back into the fold of the top flight of Philippine club football. And right now it seems he's on the right track here. They've been very busy in the off season. What's your assessment so far of what Dynamic Herb has shown after one half of football, Nate?
Well, they showed that, resilience matters in this game, and it doesn't matter how well you're performing as long as you're not giving up any goals. And they did just that. They defended hard. They made it difficult for Stallions to break down, and they continued to play and fight on, and they got a well-deserved penalty, in my opinion, Jing. I mean, things were starting to turn at around about 25-30-minute mark, and Stallions just, I guess, getting frustrated with unable to put the ball away. And as we see, they're already making changes. And it's going to be a completely different second half, I feel, here, Jing, and excited to see how these last 45 minutes unfold in front of us.
Talking about frustration, you could imagine Ernie Nieves was rather frustrated during the break, so much so that he's bringing on a trio of substitutions. You've got Nate Alquiros, Yannick Tuason, who's getting ready to come in alongside Jacob Agustin Peña. So a real shuffle being shown here by Stallion. What do they need to do here, Nate, in order to get back into this match?
Well, they have to pick up the tempo and press. They're a goal down, so knowing Ernie, they're going to want to get 3 points, but it all starts with 1 goal. So in order for that to happen, they have to step their lineup, put Cebu under pressure, and do a bit more of a better job when they're in the attacking third, whether it's being a bit more creative, whether it's a dribble, taking a player on, just looking to switch things up as they get into the attacking third, because it's a bit stale for me, and they haven't created a clear goal-scoring opportunity. But with these fresh legs, I'm sure things will turn around in the second half, and let's see what these subs can do for Stallion.
Having a quick look here, it seems as if the individuals who have made way are Bailey, it looks like. Badia looks like he's given way alongside Marvin Angeles as well. So a real shuffle here in multiple positions. So one in the back line in Kai Bailey, who was actually having a good half outside of the penalty that he gave up.
Yeah, unfortunate to give up that penalty, but you can sense that Ernie feels the urgency to get 3 points in this match, Jing, which is why he brought on 3 subs. I don't assume them going for anything more than to win in these last 45 minutes.
Right. After 2 games, only 2 points to speak of for Stallion. They're going to be hoping to at least get a point in this one, but they do really want to get that 3 points in order to ensure their position in the next round.
So a little bit of shuffle in the back line as we see Bailey off on right back.
Nate Alquiros has slotted in on the left side of the defense.
That's right.
And Regala has moved over to the
right.
opposite side. Delgado has positioned himself on the right side of midfield. Finn McDaniel at the top for Stallion. Yannick Tuason in the middle for them.
I'm going to go ahead and just say this, Jing. Whoever scores the next goal is going to win this game.
All right, bold prediction from Mr. Nate Berkey. Gotta love it. The folks just tuned in. We are in the second half here of Stallion between Dynamic Herb Cebu. It's just the opener of our doubleheader today to kickstart your week. And Jing Hamlang and Nate Berkey with the pleasure of calling the action today. And here's Peña getting introduced into this game by Daniel Gadia. And that's a forceful one from him. Oof. The foot ended up a bit high there from Gadia. Looked like he was able to avoid any additional infractions from the referee. No cards being shown. No whistle there, as it's going to be a corner kick, it looks like, for Stallion. So early set piece for them. You mentioned it earlier, Nate. They had quite a few, just weren't able to take advantage. Several corner kicks and set pieces in and around the box.
That's correct, Jing. Very important as you look into the professional game is these tactics, these set pieces, these corner kicks. They're the difference makers in some matches, Jing. So you have to defend properly and you have to be well organized when you're attacking.
Headed away. Second ball in. Looked like it was going to be a bit of danger there for Cebu. Ace Villanueva able to collect. Looking for that ball forward to Genko.
Cebu with the 1-0 lead, they'll look to slow things down as much as possible. Maintain this lead as very crucial in their first match here, Jing. Very, very crucial to gain these 3 points.
Looking for Uzoka's long limbs. Unable to bring that one down. Alquiros.
Love it. Great control from Gaja.
Last season, Cebu relied heavily on the creativity and skills of Roberto Corsame, who is currently on the bench for them. So still, they've got that creativity and spark that they can bring on. But right now, they're looking rather composed.
Yeah, they're looking like they're, got their heads high, got a little bit of swagger with them. They're looking like they're leading this game 1-0. And, adjustments were made at halftime. So, it's very important these first moments of the second half to see how things will unfold for them.
Justin Peña already looking to be an early threat here. You can see he's looking for the forward passes, although he's earned a bit of Ernie's ire from the sideline after 2 errant forward passes. Perhaps just needs to settle down a little bit. Tuason able to track that. Nice exchange here in the middle. Genko finding room.
It's a good run, aggressive run forward from him. I'm surprised there's not a foul there.
Genko sharing your sentiments. Stallion just guilty of being a little bit sloppy here to start off the second half. Perhaps a bit of a hangover from that opening period.
Yeah, they got to remain positive. There's still a lot to play for.
Peña stepping on the brakes and was caught there.
Does well to draw a foul here, Jing.
Genko just catching the standing leg of Peña.
Clear foul there as he stops the brakes.
Nathan Alqueros made a connection with a teammate, but it was headed upwards. Not much of a threat, and not the best outlet there from Ace Villanueva. Five minutes gone, and Stallion still looking to find their foothold in this period. Tuason,
Great
chance
control.
to turn. Well shepherded there by the defender Nazim Uzkan. Uzkan this time letting it run out. We were so close to getting robbed an opportunity to see Uzkan in action to start things off. When the stretcher came out, it looked like his fate was sealed, and Rafael Llorente was already looking to come on, but was kind of able to shake off the early knock and has been instrumental in keeping this clean sheet.
Correct, Jing. He's had a great first showing for Cebu. He's a leader back there. He's solid, reads the play well, and he proves to be an important piece of their back line. Peña Alqueros getting forward again.
Speaking of important pieces, Nathan Alqueros has been an instrumental piece to the Stallion side for quite some time now. And Yannick Tuason just bundling Sinclair over.
If Stallion want to get back into this match, Jing, they have to continue to be aggressive but smart. You know, giving away silly fouls, disruption of the play is just going to cause more frustration for them. So they have to be aggressive but smart. Aggressive.
You see there, Tuason. Real physical in the tackle there. Cebu getting ready with their first two substitutions of the game as well. JB Borolongan and Roberto Corsame Jr. on the sidelines. And Cebu here on the attack.
Onside.
Nope, late flag.
Late flag.
Sinclair had drifted just a little bit too early. And here come the substitutions now. Here comes JB Borolongan. He'll be coming on for Baristasi. It seems like a like-for-like substitution, as Baristasi was the left winger for Cebu. And now we're going to see Roberto Corsame Jr. enter as well, as Mert Altinos will be making way.
Tondo Pride right here. Is that right, Jing?
Yep. Roberto Corsame Jr. has really made a name for himself in this competition as a man of excitement, of a man of aggression. And certainly a person that you don't want to take your eyes off of. This was the offside from earlier.
Quick shout out to Tondo FC and all the Tondo football players watching and tuning in. Nothing better than seeing one of your own playing at the highest level, Jing.
100%. Speaking of Tondo, MJ Libre is going to be in action a little bit later on with Maharlika. So definitely a proud day for all the folks in Tondo, Manila. I love to see supporters from all over the world, in fact, tuned into this match. Saying hello to Francis, who's tuned in all the way from London.
Wow.
Yeah.
What time is it in London right now, Jing?
It's not important, Nate. What's important is you're watching the matches.
That's great. That's great. Oh, good skill there.
Alquiros. May espasyo sa left side.
This is where we need that quality. We need that quality. As they get to the attack, we need a bit more quality from Stallion. The clock is not in their favor at the moment, so they have to be a bit more patient. Make sure when they get into the attacking third that they are more productive with that.
Ernie Nieras there getting involved physically with Chima Uzoka, which is rather a bit of a surprise there. Took offense to the fact that Uzoka punted the ball as it went out. He receives a yellow card for his action. And I wonder if Linjun Talavera is going to turn over to Coach Ernie Nieras for initiating a push.
Tensions are high, Jing. Tensions are high.
In case anybody was worried that any side here was taking this game lightly, that little interaction there goes to show just how important this match is. Tingnan natin ulit dito. Lumabas yung bola. Uzoka just smacked it. And Ernie Nieras here having a little go here with Chima. And Borromeo playing peacemaker alongside Philbert Alquiros. No lack of passion ever mula dito kay Ernie Nieras. Nieras finds Alquiros, and that's a lovely layoff. Peña going central to Tuason. The substitute's heavily involved in this move, and McDaniel loses it. Regala under pressure. It goes down on the challenge of Corsame, but play continues. Delgado!
Great idea. Great idea there, Jing.
Rosa Noguera was lurking. He was in a dangerous spot there, but the ball was just a little too far in front. It's a quick look at Mehmet Khalil, or Kakil rather. Ace Villanueva not rushing it whatsoever here. Straight to Alquiros.
Quick play from Stallions, looking to catch Cebu off guard here.
Tuason cuts it back to a Cebu player. Now it's Borlongan. Getting away from Borromeo. Noguera's cross. Well defended here by Cebu. And Gadia launches it. And he's taken a hand to the face, and it's a yellow card as Rosa Noguera's arm went loose from behind there. Let's have a look at it. Yep. The arm was high.
Yeah, you know, Jing, when you're on the ball, you want to protect yourself at all times, and excuse me.
A yellow card there. Confirmation of that yellow card. Looked like it was on Matthew Nieras? Or was it on... It should be actually number 23 of Stallion. So that's Leonardo Rosa Noguera. So he's the one who's been given a yellow card here, just to confirm that. And it was his hand, outstretched arm, that caught the face of Daniel Gadia.
Right. Going back to my point, when you're on the ball, you always want to be touching your player, keeping them at arm's distance. Unfortunately, his arm was a bit high and caught the face of Gadia, but I don't think it's anything malicious there, just trying to keep him away from the ball.
Gadia doing well to inform the referee that there was contact there. Got a big boy, not normally a man who goes down easily.
Oh, he's one player to put his hands on other players as well, Jim.
Tuasa now smartly steps on the brakes and waits for support. Peña. Trying to regain their rhythm here, Stallion.
Nice dummy there.
Still haven't really found their fluidity here, the men in white. That's given away rather cheaply as Borlongan was looking to run free. Gadia looking for Borlongan.
Stay on sides.
Has he gone too early here? Flag is up. That's poor from Borlongan.
There's no reason for him to be on sides. His eyes are onto the back line. He just has to hold his run, be a bit more patient. And he's in on goal there, Jing.
Borlongan gets it back. Can he make amends here? Uzoka linking up with him. Using the pace. Oof, that looked like it might have hit the arm of Matthew Nieres. No whistle.
That's a bad giveaway, Jing. Top of the box. Cebu reclaims possession.
Borlongan gets it out wide to Uzoka. Bulldozes Alquiros.
That's good defending. Good defending from Nathan Alquiros.
Uzoka here able to recover. That's a nice little tussle between the two.
Yeah, that's a great battle down in the corner. I like to see that. Fair play, both players.
Edward Sacapano is tuned in right now. Cornelia Daphne, Daniel Basaya as well. Tuned in. Edward tuned in from Thailand. As, of course, UCFC rather busy with Champions League duties, and that one's going to be a drop ball in favor of Cebu here as that ball hit Talaver.
It's great to see so many viewers tuning in, Jing. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. The sun's setting. And as we said, we still have one more match after this.
And we talked about it. Everybody wants to see what the Cebu side are all about. And right now we're getting a good taste of the capabilities of this new look side as Sinkir was caught there.
Does well to keep possession of that ball and draw a foul.
No protest there from Peña as he clipped Sinkir from behind. So it's going to be a free kick in a very dangerous area here for Cebu.
And we have a left footer on the ball. Top of the box. This is their center back. Okuda.
And we saw his range earlier on. Can he translate that into a good shot here or a nice delivery? We will see. Okuda going for goal. Lifted into the air by Nieras. It's going to be a battle now here. Going goalwards. Cleared away momentarily by Stallion. Danger not yet averted. Saldivar gets it back here from Villanueva. Now Stallion can venture forward. Tuason. Back to Peña. Chance!
This is good. This is better. Combination play at the top of the box. Finding feet. Able to get a shot off.
Substitutes combining nicely here as Peña able to pull the trigger from range. Left-footed effort was off target, but signs of life there from Stallion, who have not had a shot in quite some time here. They were dominant in the first half, but in this second they've found chances difficult to come by, but Tuason's got an opportunity here.
This is great effort, great energy from Yannick. Way to keep that play alive and make the most of it as they opt to take their time. Oh, now they're going short.
Into the hands of Ace Villanueva there as we roll this replay of that wonderful defending from Ren Okuda. Space to run into. On the left flank for Cebu. Laguna able to stop that in its tracks.
Game opening up a bit here, Jing. This is what we want to see as the viewers, getting it more exciting. End-to-end action. Stallions need some help here, though.
It's a wonderful ball there into feet for McDaniel. That's a strong challenge from Borromeo, who's hit the ground here. Looks like he might need some treatment. Looks like there's some lingering effects there for Charles Dabao III. Finn did lean on his knee a little bit. Let's have a look at it here. The two are tussling. Dabao goes in for the challenge, and then McDaniel might have been on the stretch. Dabao hurt himself. Nice little exchange there from the two.
Both players competitive. Both players want to win.
Dabao still struggling a little bit here. Peña looking to switch it.
Nice.
Regala, he's got his head up.
Oh, this is great patience from Stallions.
Delgado. Oh! Tuaso now!
Sayang naman, Jing!
Lovely opportunity there. All alone in the middle. Just couldn't control it for Stallion. Can they make the pressure pay here? Noguera. Lifted ball. It goes all the way to Delgado on the opposite flank. He's got Regala for support. Attack has broken down a little bit here for Laguna. Ball into the box. And this time, nobody there for the men in white.
That's a great passage of play for Stallions, Jing. Unfortunately, they weren't able to convert or at least get a shot off target, but everything was going right for them in that play there, Jing. They did everything right. They switched the ball to the other side, cut back, just unable to make contact in front of the goal.
A glimpse of the attacking capabilities here of Stallion. They just haven't been able to make it pay just yet. Corsame racing forward. Oh, what an opportunity to double the lead for Roberto Corsame. His pace on full display as he nicked in behind, but he wasn't able to lift it on target. You got goosebumps, Nate, watching that.
Did very well to read that play. Unfortunate not to hit the target, otherwise it's a goal. 2-0 Cebu.
That could have been nailing the coffin right there with 20 minutes remaining.
I told you, whoever scores this next goal is going to win this game, Jing.
Grabe, what an opportunity from both sides. Exchanging now as we see, dumidikit na yung mga statistics natin. Kanina, very one-sided in favor of Stallion. Now it's 5-4 with shots on target. Cebu had committed players forward. Can they thwart this attack? Now, lovely feet. Delgado! What a chance! Had manufactured it on his own. Just unable to find the target.
That's a great individual effort from Delgado, excuse me. Unfortunately, he doesn't hit the target, but he did well to make space and get a shot off as we see him just at the top of the box. If he hits the frame, make Nathaniel Ace make a save, could have been a different scenario, but unfortunate for him and Stallions as play continues on.
If that had hit the back of the net, we would have been talking about that goal for quite some time. Now a substitution about to take place here for Stallion.
He had the right idea, Jing. You get to the top of the box, you just drive your instep through that ball and give it, hit the frame with power. Unfortunately, he doesn't, but Troy Limbo's day is done.
Being replaced here by Brian Ibanez. Looking for inspiration from the bench is Coach Ernie Yanez. That is his 4th substitution of the match. He's got one more to make if he wants.
Look at the pressure again.
Medyo delikado doon para kay Matthew Yanez. Decided he was going to let it bounce, but Corsame is always a difficult duel. Another opportunity for Cebu there.
End-to-end action here, Jing. Both teams searching for that goal desperately.
20 minuto pang natitira sa laro natin dito between Stallion and Cebu. Stallion still have plenty of time to get back into this. Saying what's up to Sai Villaseñor, who's watching for the Barracks right now. And Ruel Ocampo, Maria Abigail Lapinid. Amazing support that we're seeing right now over the Facebook page. Sai Villaseñor, balik ka na. Laro na ulit. Over the top here. Been a steady figure at the back. Ren Okuda. He's settled in very nicely to his role as a center back here for Cebu. You'd think that the men in red would miss the services of Wako Cañas a large degree, but right now the partnership in the back between Okuda and his partner Ozcan has been quite effective.
I agree, Jing. They're solid back there. Very difficult for Stallions to break them down, as we can see.
Stallion need a shot in the arm right now. They need to refine the rhythm.
This is good build-up play from Stallion.
Ibanez.
Does well.
Nice turn. McDaniel looking to flick it on to his partner in front. And Sinkier has been so good at holding up play for Cebu. Just unable to connect here with Corsame.
Strength from Silva. Look at this. Careless giveaway from Tuasan there.
And taking the
Forces a
time.
throw in.
Cebu here showing some veteran smarts as well. Not rushing things.
Time is in their hands, Jing.
Incredible to think that this is only the 4th game of Cebu at this level. They're progressing so fast, Nate.
Yeah, it's fantastic to see, Jing. They're kind of been, as we see the lights coming on, Jing, they've kind of been the model for a new team joining the league. Am I right?
100%. A lot of teams will be looking to match that ambition that they have. And Sinkier looking to switch the play. It's a lovely ball for Berlongan. The take was nice too. Just couldn't get it to a teammate.
Yeah, that was a great pass, Jing. Unfortunate not to control that better.
Gadia powering through the challenges here. And it falls to Cebu. Corsame. Always a nightmare going one-on-one. Looking to get it to Sinkier. Unable to do so. Silva taking the contact there. Wins the free kick. Time not on the side of Stallion here.
Silva doing well, trying to see the ball go out of bounds, and then draws a late foul from Cebu.
Ibanez, good work from the midfielder to shake off 2 defenders. Delgado, kontra kay Burlongan. And that's going to be a goal kick. Delgado can't believe it. One more look at it. Berlongan saying there was no contact with Delgado. And Linjon Talaver agrees.
15 minutes left in the match, Jing.
They need a moment of inspiration here, Stallion. And right now, those balls over the top have been easy to deal with for Cebu. Gadia, his momentum taking him into his marker there. No whistle blown, and it's Cebu on the counter now. Definite contact there, and the whistle will be blown, and the play will be pulled back for that. A yellow card going to be brandished as well for Gabriel Silva.
Yeah, a bit of frustration from Stallions as they were asking for a foul just to play right before that.
Genko picking himself up. Found himself in a more central position, but able to skip past his marker. Let's have a look at it here. Berlongan.
This is the first foul that they were looking from Gadja, but then...
They played advantage in that one.
Oof, studs up on that one from Silva.
Standing a little bit upset that the whistle didn't go, but they did keep possession. So they lost it after a series of passes, so the play was never pulled back. So quite a few players in the book already in this game.
It's been an aggressive match from start to finish here, Jing.
There is the confirmation of that yellow card. It's the center back Gabriel Silva. Alquiros hounded by Chima Ozoka. It's a good ball forward. Sinkir gets past Silva. Finds a shot. Took a deflection and into the hands of Pepito. No time wasted here by Stallion.
They gotta find the other side. Look at this. It's wide open.
Yeah, that's on the chase. Uzoka winning that one. Bodies forward now for Cebu. Can Uzoka find a teammate inside the box? It's a little too far there on the delivery. And that's disappointment for Cebu as they look to really shore up this one-goal lead. McDaniel still looking to leave his mark in this match. Has done plenty of running so far for Stallion, just hasn't been able to convert his activity into chances. No surprise, Cebu taking their time here. Noguera caught on the late challenge. This might be another booking. Looks like a yellow card will be avoided here by Genko. Oof.
Clumsy challenge there.
Looked like that might have been two-footed. The only thing that saved him there that there was no direct contact. Certainly the intent was dangerous.
Correct. Stallions got their work cut out for them if they want to get a result, any kind of result in this match here.
This is their third match of the group stages, which means it will bring them to the halfway point of their group stage. And 2 points out of 3 matches, you would say that would be kind of a disaster for Stallion. Especially when you look at the level of competition that they faced so far. They have gone up against Mindiola, ADT, and Cebu all on paper are matches that you would think a veteran side like Stallion should be winning. Especially since when you consider that they still have matches against UCFC and Kaya on the horizon, as well as Maharlika. So if you want to make it into the top 4 and into the semifinals, you got to pick up points in a hurry. And bad news here for Stallion is that a dangerous man in Kentaro Miyagi is about to be introduced into the game as well. Fresh legs for Dynamic Herb. And it's going to be Arda Sinkir who gives way. And a debut he can be proud of here. Arda Sinkir led the line quite nicely.
Yeah, worked extremely hard here, Jing. You know, unable to create chances, but, you know, sometimes that's the shift of a striker in a tough match like this. You have to work your butt off, create what you can, and make up for it in the defensive side. He did very, very well.
Just 20 years of age, Arda Sinkir has made his introduction into the world of Philippine football. Now Kentaro Miyagi on the pitch, and he's being looked for right away. Opportunity there for Cebu. Was distracted by the sunlight momentarily, but King Miyagi could have made quite an introduction there. Amazing to be having close to 1,000 viewers on Facebook and over 500 on YouTube. Bienve watching as well. He's enjoying how much the players are working hard on the pitch.
No stranger to working hard, Mr. Marañón Bienve.
Wishing him all the best in his exploits in Malaysia. It's great to see a global audience coming on board and watching the action here on a Monday, Nate. No better way to start the week, right?
I could not agree more, Jim.
Less than 8 minutes remaining here.
Plus stoppage.
Stallion still looking for that equalizer. But it hasn't been the second half that they were hoping for, Nate. They haven't been able to manufacture as many chances as they did in the opening period. Is this a case of Stallion being unable to find the rhythm? Or is it more of Cebu is making it difficult for them?
I think it's a bit of both, Jing. You know, as I said, Stallion struggled to get things going in the attacking third and creating opportunities, but we have to credit Cebu here with their defense.
Oof.
Slide tackle into the goalkeeper there.
Pepito caught.
But Cebu has been solid this whole match here, Jing. Not giving up anything sloppy aside from that giveaway in the first half.
Miyagi entitled to make a challenge there. Nothing malicious from the striker. There you have it. See how the game has changed. From 8-1 at one point in this game in favor of Stallion. Now it's 11-10. The team that is not chasing the game is in fact perhaps getting the better of this period.
Oh, that's a great ball there. Switching play.
Alquiros just about able to keep it in play. And looking for the snapshot there. Ibanez. Well covered by Cebu.
Yeah, he just doesn't get as much as he'd like to on that shot. It looks to be on his weaker left foot. Does well to get a shot off though.
And pressure was coming from Ozgun. Uzoka missing that one. Borlongan not taking any chances there, just launches it into the sideline. Chance to regroup here for the defense.
Stallion still putting the pressure here.
Peña. Hindi nakalusot. Miyagi going down on the challenge of Silva. No whistle. Chance for Stallion to push up here. Regala. Sees support on the right side. Can he find a teammate here? Shepherded nicely there by Saldivar into a central area. Silva finds Tuason. Ibanez. That's a great tackle. And Cebu. Opportunity to breathe a little bit here as Stallion will make their final substitution of the match. Mukhang kinakramps na dito si Rosa Niguera. At si Allen Angeles ay naghahanda ng sumabak dito sa laro natin. Couple players down with cramps. One from Stallion and another from Cebu as well. Looks like might be Saldivar who's struggling a little on the far side for Cebu. At eto na nga yung substitution. Ang papalitan dito, the man who was cramping up. That's Rosa Niguera. So one of their foreign players being taken off here for Allen Angeles. And we'll see if he's able to influence this match.
Well, he doesn't have much time here, Jing. Let's see what he can do, but whistle's not over.
It can't be much more than 5 minutes in this game, including the added time.
Well, there's been a lot of stoppages, a lot of substitutions, so.
Corsame ran out of real estate there on the far side. Nieras. Peña. Looking for the killer ball there.
It's the right idea. It's a good idea. Does well. Get that pass off. Unfortunately, he's not on the same page with the strikers.
Alquiros meeting that one. Looking for Berlongan on the wing, and that one goes a little too far. Trying to get it forward here, Cebu. Good energy being shown here by the men in red and almost connecting with King Miyagi. Difficult technique there. Trying to hit that on the half volley from way out was Allen Angeles. Unable to keep that one down. Time running out. Nice duel there between Borlongan and Alquiros. Angeles on the stretch. Gadia. Peña. Ushers it over to Tuason. Was looking for the return ball. Tuason going left-footed. Easy stop there for Ace Villanueva. Final minute of regulation.
Yannick doing well there to get his shot off. A bit maybe too little too late though.
Stallion desperate to salvage something from this game. Some tired legs now starting to show as well here for Cebu. The connections up front not as fluid as they once were. All the way back to Pepito. So just the 3 minutes to be added on. That's all the time remaining now here for Stallion. Allowed to run by Gadia. Still got plenty in the tank here. Daniel Gadia to venture forward. Corsame, can he bury it? There it is! Roberto Corsame Jr. seals it for Dynamic Herb Cebu.
You have to credit Daniel Gadia for this goal. You have to credit him. He has a great play from him from midfield. He lets the ball dummy, get past his player, slides the ball through. This is a great goal, Jing. Great goal. The finish, the pass. Wow.
And here it
Magandang
is.
laro.
Here we go. Daniel Gadia racing down on the left side. Gets past Regala. Steps on the brakes. Gets it to Corsame. And he does the rest.
He deserves this goal, you know. He deserves this goal.
Pa-substitute na sana tong Cebu. And then the goal came in, and you have to say that is it. Done and dusted here for Dynamic Herb Cebu FC. What a way to make your return to the Copa Paulino Alcantara, snatching all 3 points against Stallion Laguna.
Very well prepared and very well deserved, the Cebu side. They got a lot of spirit and a lot of fight in them. Uh-oh, we have some
tensions
are high on the pitch.
boiling over here, and it's Gabriel Silva who's particularly incensed by either Chima Uzoka or Daniel Gadia. Davao now getting involved as well. Silva already on a yellow, by the way, so his involvement in this could lead to a dismissal. As Borlongan was substituted alongside Genko, and here it is. Some words being exchanged. Uzoka being kept away from Gabriel Silva, who was clearly aggrieved or took offense to something. JB Berlongan, who was a substitute, has been substituted off actually. Rafi Llorente has made his way into the match alongside Julian Miranda.
Cebu has just grown and matured so much throughout this match here, Jing. It's very well deserved for them to get this second goal here.
Lorenzo Genko also giving way. Had quite a shift here for Cebu. Very much involved, the Cebu native. Now Stallion chasing what may seem as a consolation, and yep, there it is! Full-time whistle, and it's history for Dynamic Herb Cebu as they have earned their first win at this level, and they've done it in style, Nate.
Give credit when credit is due, and Cebu no doubt deserves these 3 points. They've been fighting and grit the entire match as we see players congratulate one another.
And what a vital game this is for the group stages. Dynamic Herb Cebu on the outside looking into the top 4, but with a victory like this against an opponent like Stallion, you have to think, is Cebu now a potential entrant into the top 4?
Well, we'll see, Jing. It's just their first match, and we got to hope that they're going to improve match after match. But it's a great start to the campaign. We're already seeing a different side from last year, and you know, this is what you want to see from a team coming all the way from Cebu, using all those resources and traveling. You know, it's well deserved for them.
We were worried about match fitness, but in the end, they were able to quell any doubt about their capabilities to perform and compete at this level. And of course, the The Turkish Revolution here has got off to a perfect start as Mehmet Kakil ushers in the club's first win. 2-0 it finishes after 90 minutes. Dynamic Herb Cebu with a famous win over Stallion Laguna FC. Nate, your thoughts on this match?
Oh, it's been extremely enjoyable and entertaining to watch, Jing, and call with you here. You know, we saw the game change throughout the entire 90 minutes, and you know, as I said, Cebu deserves this win without a doubt. They've shown that they can play at this high level, and they've shown that they can be successful at this high level. You know, both teams were aggressive from till the end of the match, which is what you want to see. And you know, again, very, very well deserved for Cebu, and exciting to see how they're going to progress throughout the rest of this competition.
So many question marks around this Dynamic Herb Cebu side, especially with the likes of Ricky Sendra, who have moved on, and the number of changes that they had in the roster was incredible. But they seem to have made all the right moves here. And Chimo Izoka, the man that you pinpointed as a key threat, really made his presence felt today.
Oh yeah, you know, he was solid, not just on this penalty, but you know, throughout the match. He was a key player, linking players linking players throughout the match. And take a look at this goal. Look at the pass, Jing, and the first touch. Woo! That's what a finish from Tondo. Boys from Tondo must be extremely proud right now, and it's what you want to see in the local football scene here.
I talked about Roberto Corsame Jr. being a real threat, especially as he came off the bench, and he certainly made his presence felt, and we have him right now with us. Let's listen in now to Roberto Corsame Jr.
Congratulations, first game, first win. Anong pakiramdam nyo ng team?
Yung team syempre sobrang saya kasi nakuha namin first 3 points. Sobrang napakaganda sa amin para mag-start ngayong league. Ayan po.
Sobrang intense ng laro, naramdaman natin na sobrang physical, pero ikaw nakascore ka ng goal. Sabi mo naman sa amin paano ka, or anong pakiramdam mo doon sa goal?
Actually, the game talaga sobrang tough kasi ang lakas talaga nung kalaban din. And then first time namin maglaro ulit dito sa Manila. Tapos yun, yung isang goal, kahit isang goal lang para makuha namin yung 3 points.
Papo, first half medyo shaky ang team natin, pero towards the second half medyo gumanda yung laro ng Cebu. Ano yung mga adjustments na binanggit sa atin ni Coach Mehmet during halftime?
Ayun nga, sobrang laki ng adjustment ng first half. Tapos yung second half, sinabi niya lang na communicate, maging comfortable sa loob ng field and play with the team lang. And
lastly, your message to your fans?
Sa mga katondo dyan, kababayan, brother, ingat lagi. Sa mga nanonood, support lang kayo sa Paulino Alcantara. Maraming salamat.
Junior being given the Man of the Match award today for his contribution to cap off a famous victory for Dynamic Herb Cebu FC. What a moment for this club, and you can see the togetherness of this squad already.
Correct.
You can feel it.
Yeah, that's correct, Jing. I mean, they spent a lot of time with one another down in Cebu, and they traveled here together, and they just look. Oh, here's the.
And that's a little exchange there from Corsame and Gadia. He races down the left side, and then look at this, no look.
Disguise the pass. Look at the first touch though, Jing, and finally puts in the back of the net.
Even before that play, Gadia actually lets it run to Corsame. He leaves the ball there. A moment of brilliance from the midfielder, and then there, beautiful pass. Beautiful finish. Caps it off.
Great communication. They knew exactly what they wanted to do, and what a finish, what a goal. You know, it's a great way to finish the match for Cebu because they worked extremely hard to get to that moment.
New boys are in town, and the rest of the Copa Paulino Alcantara will need to take notice. All the other teams now know what Cebu are capable of, and they're going to be wary that this is a side that is difficult to break down and packs a bite in attack. As we take a look at the full-time statistics here, Nate, the possession, a little bit of an improvement from Dynamic Herb in the second half, and look at the shots. They really made this game a lot tighter, especially in the second half.
Yeah, it's even shots on target, Jing. I think Stallion's leading a bit more on shots, but what matters is the shots on target, and it's dead even at 6. they did everything they needed to do to not only hold on to the lead, but push more for that second goal. And they were doing it from the start of the second half, Jing.
A real signal of intent here for Dynamic Herb Cebu. They're not here just to take part. They're here to really excel in this competition. And what better way to do that than with an opening day victory over a tough team like Stallion. But this is just the opener of our double dose today on this Monday evening, as we have another exciting matchup between the Azcals development team and Maharlika Manila FC on the horizon, so look out for that. But that does it here for us here in Game 1. Nate Berkey, welcome back to the commentary booth, and I enjoyed it, brother. Thank you.
I always enjoy it. Thank you for having me, Jing. It's a pleasure calling with you, and we're looking forward for the next match. Things are starting to turn and get really exciting with the competition, and we're going to have more and more exciting games now.
Cebu off the mark. We've got another exciting game just on the horizon, so don't go anywhere. My name is Jing Hamlang. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you for the next match.
There's an opportunity here, and we've got our first goal of the match.